Yo, what's up? Welcome to the first game optimization stream. So today it's going to be a very boring stream because I'm going to optimize the game. And everyone knows optimizing is extremely boring. So basically the other day, actually it was yesterday, I was like trying to figure out how to make the game not crash on a very old phone, this one here. Like 10 years old, and even at its time, it was a very low end phone. So if I make the game run properly there, then I will have succeeded at optimization. So just a second. Okay, so yeah, and also I like there are two types of things I have to optimize. Like on one side, you have optimizing the graphics, let's say, so making the game use less, like less polygons, lower resolution textures, all that. For example, this house is like a test I downloaded, so the actual final game won't have something like this. It will have more simpler geometry, so it doesn't take as many resources. Also, the rocks can be improved. Like I can make them have less polygons, so they consume less resources. All that stuff can be done. And then is the code optimization. So I asked an AI to give me like hints on what can I change to optimize the code because like there are certain scripts which are pretty heavy. They are not that heavy, but for an old phone, it gets heavy when you start spawning out of blasts. And like, I don't think it's something that can really be solved, but it can get better because, like, of course, for every blast that you have on scene, the blast has to interact with the environment. So if you have like 20 blasts at the same time, every single blast has to do like hitbox checks on every frame, and if it hits something, then it needs to execute the logic that happens when it hits something. Like I cannot avoid like that kind of performance issues. Like it's not an issue on more modern devices, but older phones can get FPS drops when a lot of blasts spawn. Like when you use Gogeta's, what was it called? Stardust Fall, where he jumps and starts shooting like 900 blasts to the ground. Like that move makes the performance way worse. But if you're not using that move in particular, generally you don't really notice that many spikes of lag. But anyways, I want to optimize it as much as possible. So I asked the AI for like tips and it gave me like some things it could do. So one of the things was, for example, in the hitbox script, it told me to avoid doing this thing where I call it to list method, but like I don't know what else could I do. Because like on every frame I need the hitboxes to check if like every hitbox has to go through this list on every frame. Or maybe not, like maybe I could skip frames because this, or maybe not, like I don't really know. Like I could skip frames, but if I skip frames, then that makes it less exact. And of course, I don't want to compromise like the quality of the game. I'm going to ask it what other possibilities there. So let's see what the suggestion. You can keep tagging without the list. It's only being used to avoid collection modified during iteration exceptions. Iterate the dictionary directly, store keys to remove and resolve everything. Mm, okay, I think I know what it means. Like, what I'm doing here is I originally have a dictionary, and like you can't modify a dictionary while you're iterating over it with a loop because it throws an exception. So what I have to do is I use this to list method which converts it to a list, and then I modify that. So what the AI is telling me is to, instead of doing this, like storing in memory what are the things I want to delete, and after the loop is done, then delete them or something like that. So I'm going to try doing that. Let's apply this in the tickbox. Let's see it. Okay, let's see what it does to the code. I hope it doesn't add like 100 new lines. If it does that, then I'm just going to ignore this tip. The next thing was stop repeated get component calls during collisions. I mean, collisions don't really happen that often. Like, they only happen on one frame. So I don't really think using a get component inside a collision is that. Like, I get the problem on calling get component on like an update function because then it will get called on every single frame. But if it's only the moment where two colliders collide, that's like literally one frame and that's it. So it component. Anyways, let me see. Like, bro, I need to use get component. Like, there's no way I can like do this without using the get component. I need to get like the thing component and the hard box and the player controller. Like, I need to access different properties from the enemy bridge. Bro, why is the AI taking so long? Like, there's no way this modification is complex. It's taking like 1 year to write every line. Maybe it's because I'm using free version or something. Mm, But yeah, like actually I do use a lot the get component only on trigger enter, but I don't really think there's a way I can avoid that. Or maybe there is. Mm, get component theme. So like for example here I'm accessing the theme component. So instead of using this, I could just have like well, actually like it's impossible to avoid using this get component. It's like other is collider, I think. Like from the collider, you cannot get a component without using get component. Like there's no way. It's impossible. So at least this one is impossible to avoid. And here again, like I'm using the other keyword. Like there's no way I can avoid any of this. Crazy, don't already. It's taking so much. It has just written like 5 lines so far. Mhm. Like the only way I could avoid using these get components here maybe will be if mm, I actually don't know. Like I will need to first like I need to at least use it once to get some component because oh it's done. Finally. Let's see what changed. Okay, so it removes the link library, then it adds this new read only active hits to remove. Okay, and what else? Remove hit this frame for okay, it removes the tool list and now it directly iterates over the dictionary instead of the active hits. Mm, so timer entry. Okay, here it takes the value. Or what? And at the end, mm, goes through the active hits to remove, and here it removes everything. If we remove this frame out of struggle, what? Why doesn't it just write this inside of here exactly? Bro, here I have the out of struggle call besides the two other dictionary remove lines. But here instead, like, why is it doing this, bro? I don't really like this. I could keep the changes and see if the game is broken now or something. Or the AI is actually dumb, like, it didn't even understand what this reserve hits thing does. It just assumed that I wanted it to dump every single reserved hit into the main dictionary. Like, why? Like, I'm clearly stating here that I want the element zero to get inside of the dictionary. Why is it just dumping everything into dictionary here? Like, bro, this AI is so stupid, bro. Like, this is why I don't want AI to mess with my code, bro. Like, if I just accepted all of these changes without reading it, like, the game will work differently. Because it's literally changing how the logic works. Like, why did it feel the need to change this part of the code? Well, there's actually a break here, and then what? Why do you even need a loop? Like, bro, just do this. Like, why are you using a loop? I'm going to accept the things one by one. So first this, and remove this frame. False. Like what's the point of this rule? Okay, so next we have it changes the loop for a regular loop, and then I want to keep this entry is you get the value from the dictionary, and then here instead of removing things because you can't remove them right now, you just store them inside of the new dictionary thing. And then you have the part where it gets deleted, so it goes through the hits to remove, and if there are hits to remove, then mm, it, what does active hits to remove store? It stores the victim in particular. Then it makes sense. It removes those, and it also makes this true. And if this is true, then oh, actually, it makes sense. Yeah, okay, it's good. And then there's this last part where before I was just taking the first element from the reserve hits and I was applying it. Now instead of that, for some reason, it uses a loop and then stops after the first iteration, which I guess it works, but like, why would you do that? Maybe this element that thing consumes a lot of memory or something, I don't know. Anyways, it should work, so I'm going to keep it. And this part, like, I guess there was no point in converting it to list, as I'm not really modifying anything. So yeah. Now let's test if the game has not broken. It should work fine, I guess. Like I didn't see anything wrong. So I'm just going to like fight some guys and see if I get any bugs. I don't think there will be bugs. There's actually one bug that they spotted by testing with the AI scripts. Like when a when an enemy AI punches, there's a possibility that there's like a null reference somewhere, and that kind of makes the game explode. Like it doesn't break the game, but you start getting a lot of error logs. So I should look at that later on. Mm, okay, I'm going to spawn a lot of guys so that there are more chances of a bug appearing. Wait, with me. Okay, I see no bugs so far. Everything seems to be working fine. And technically, now it's more optimized. If the AI was doing it through at least. Yeah, like no errors. Okay, there's an error there, but this one is probably the one from yeah, this is from AI Pump's script. Like there's something wrong on that script that throws errors. But like they don't break the game, they just start logging an infinite amount of errors. And it's pretty annoying. Bro, I got cornered. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't seem to have caused any bugs. So I'm going to try apply the same principle to the other scripts, which also have to like iterate dictionaries. So let's go to this Artbox receiver, I think. Actually told me here. It was hardware receiver and blast hardbox receiver. So let's go with hardbox receiver. Mm, so this it says this fixed update part, which is way simpler than the one on the hitbox script. So this is going to be faster. So I'm just going to try imitate what the AI did here. So it basically created this where it is. Well, oh, here. This read-only list. This all elements from the dictionary have to be removed from this. Mm, so then here, well, also let me remove this link root import. And now here, let's compare it to this fixed update here. So we have, first of all, to clear the list. And then I need to call it cooldown to remove. Makes more sense. We call this way. But it's game object type. I'm not sure if it has to be game object type. Entry enemy. Mm, entry in enemy cooldown. So what does enemy cooldown store? It stores key as game object and then attacker cooldown, which has the game object and two floats. So yeah, like enemy is a game object, and it's also the key for the dictionary. So that's why I'm using the entry enemy to remove here. So yeah, like here, instead of using to list, I just iterate it like this. So then I just have to like entry. Like I'm going to use the same nomenclature. What does this even mean? Oh, key value pair. Key value pair. So entry equals key value pair dot value. Is it like that? Yeah. Semicolon. And then if now is higher than the cooldown, then do not remove yet. Instead, add this to the cooldowns to remove list. How do you add an element to a list? Dot add entry. Yeah. And yeah, and then after this loop has ended, then we actually delete it like this. I need to copy it. Lost to remove enemy is lost to remove I, and then reserve. Okay, you again. You have to join the call, bro. Join the call to make the stream more entertaining, bro. This optimization stream is very boring. So I need you on the call right now. And you get angry, of course. But like, I'm trusting that AI is telling me the truth, and I'm like replacing one method for a different thing in hopes that will improve optimization, but I'm not sure that it will. Why are you optimizing? Bro, what kind of question is that? Like, I'm optimizing because then the game will run better and smoother, you know? Wants to remove. So, but like, the main reason is not everyone has a PC master race. Like, some people have this kind of phone, which is like a old ass phone that runs the game at 10 FPS. So, yeah, I want it to be playable even on a toaster, bro. Like it's probably not possible to have it like a consistent 30 FPS because like bro, when you use like bro, look at this. Wait, bro, wait. I'm actually changing code right now. I can't go back. Just a moment. Let me finish this script. Mm, so yo yo Delta join the call. Will Delta finally talk? Will we hear his voice for the first time? Most likely not. Bro, if you're not going to talk, then just look at the stream on YouTube so I get more view time. Like here on Discord, you're going to see exactly the same as you see on YouTube. So there's no point on being on Discord instead of YouTube. Well, I guess you can see it like 5 seconds before everyone else because there's less delay, but that's everything. Okay, so W multi-stream. Okay, so yeah, I get this, and then colon remove, and that's it. I hope I didn't break anything. Like, if I did this wrong, I could absolutely break the whole game. Like, I really don't like optimizing this part. Bro, why am I getting an error? Entry does not exist in the current context. Yeah, of course. Uh, what type of data is this? It's like, uh, value. What's the value? Attacker cooldown. Attacker cooldown. Bro, still getting an error. Line to 100 entry. What? Oh yeah. Wait, what? I think I just have to write enemy here because like I'm already adding entry enemy. Okay, let's test if the game still works. Like if I broke something, then the hits will start doing weird stuff. Like you will punch an enemy and then you wouldn't be able to punch him again. Things like that will happen. Okay, so let's punch enemies. Okay, I can punch them. They can punch me. So far, seems good. I don't think it's broken or anything. Works pretty nice. But Discord only on PC at the moment. I only have earbuds with one wire, so I can listen and speak at the same time. Well, is this spectator mode? How is this spectator mode? I'm literally playing. Okay, so what I was trying to say, like, I don't think a move like this is possible to be optimized on like a low-end device. Like, there's no way I can make that go smooth. Like, there are so many blasts at the same time. Like, let's count them. Let's pause the game. Look at all this crap, bro. There's no way this can be optimized. Let's look at the scene. Look at all of all of the blasts which have spawned, bro. There's so much stuff going on here. Also, a lot of things are these SFX objects are like temporal objects that get spawned which emit sounds. I used to use a J5 too. When 10 years ago, like this is actually for my brother, like when we both had the same phone, and it's like literally 10 years old or something. The 9 years ago. Like it was my second phone or something, I think. And it's one of those phones that were free, like when you enter a new company, they give you the phone for free. It was one of those free phones that you got back then. It used to crash so yeah, it's so slow. Like if it was slow 9 years ago, imagine now with current apps. Like, so yeah, like look at all of the crap that read my hair using it today. Well, I use it, bro. Like, look, I'm going to show you some gameplay of Epic DBC without applying optimization. Like, I'm not even sure if I can optimize the game more. Like, like when writing the original code, I already took into account a lot the optimization, so I don't really think I can improve it that much. Don't torture yourself. But it's not even that bad, I swear. Like, how do I even show this? Wait. So, hey, you can actually see it, bro. It's so good. No, you, bro. Depending on the angle. So I'm going to add like 6 characters, for example, at the same time. And now you're going to see something weird, which is they're going to spawn one by one. That's because I was testing something. Just a second. Okay, now. So here you can see I'm actually moving. I think you can see it. Like I'm moving, bro. No! Okay, sometimes this weird menu opens. This is because this is a debug version and I don't even know how. Oh, I closed it. Like sometimes it opens and then I don't know how to close it. Like it's actually running pretty well. Like it's playable. But once Super Gogeta does the Stardust Fall, like this thing you see here, once this happens, then the game explodes basically. Uh, Like you can see it doesn't run like right now. So like, do you see all this crap on the ground? This is because Super Gogeta used the move, and then the ground is covered with bro. Like, do you see all of the decals on the ground? That's why it was running bad. Like right now, it's playable. Like it runs pretty well to be honest. Like it's not that bad. It just starts freezing when someone uses a very demanding move. So yeah, like my main objective right now is trying to somehow optimize the blasts, but like, bro, like you have to think that every single one of these explosive key blast clone that you see here, well, you can't really see it because there's the chat. Like all of these, well, you can kind of see it. All of these are the blasts that Gogeta is spawning, and every single one of them on every frame has to check if the blast is colliding against something else. So if there are 30, 30 blasts at the same time, then on each frame, 30 different blasts are doing the check, you know? Yo, someone joined the call. What's up? And they left. I don't know about optimizing for a phone from 10 years ago. Is that even worth it? Bro, the thing is that if I manage to make the game run on that phone, then the game can just run everywhere, you know? That's my point. And also, like, there are people who have very bad phones. Like, I've gotten some, like, there was one guy who was requesting me to make a build for 32 bits Android. Like, what kind of phone do you need to have to use 32 bits? Like, that's why I'm really trying to to optimize a lot. Like, I'm considering that not everyone has even a decent phone, so that's why I want to make it run even on this old phone. Will it be able to run on Windows XP? Okay, I don't think anyone uses Windows XP, and I don't even know. Like, that's not even my problem. Like, that depends on Unity, not on the optimization of the game. Okay, so let's continue. This didn't break anything. Like, it seems to work fine. But actually, I want to do some more debugging. I'm going to use debug log to check if I'm actually like deleting, like if the cooldowns are getting properly deleted when you debug reload enemy cooldown. Can I like get the length from the dictionary? C sharp dictionary length or size. How do I get the size, bro? Get size count. It's dot count like this. Okay, so for what? Zero, 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 zero. I'm getting so many zeros. This is from probably from all these disabled cards. So let's just add two guys here. Now I'm going to clear the console. And I get zeros. So when I punch, there should be a one maybe. Yeah, there's a one. And after some time, okay, yeah, after some time it goes back to zero. Like the amount of time the cooldown takes to finish, there you can see more because I hit him with different objects. So the amount of cooldown depends of like the BRS from the attack. So if I look at like the punch, let's see the punch. Yeah, the BRS is at 10 seconds for whatever reason. That's an insane amount. I don't know why is it so big. Or who did oh the guy who joined before messaged on Discord. Like I can see that, bro. I don't get any notification from that. Mm, yeah, so this is working. I'm going to remove this debug mode. And now the only last thing is the Hurlbox, like the last Hurlbox receiver, last Hurlbox, which basically is the same as the Hurlbox receiver. Like it's the same code basically. What will you rate both LF2 and Epic DBC out of 100 in terms of programming difficulty? Bro, how many times did I tell you? You don't program on LF2 when you mod it. You just do data change, which is not even remotely close to programming. And about Epic DBC, Like this is just C sharp, which is very high level, a very high level language. So I don't know, maybe 30 or something. If you want to program actually something actually hard, you should go to like a lower level language like C++ or C or maybe even assembly if you're very crazy. Mm, but well, I guess like even if the language is easy itself, having so many systems like the hitbox system, the catching system, the state machine system, having all of that interconnect and work together, that's the hard part, I would say. You always for maybe you can join the call or you're the same and you're not going to join either. Okay. I'm going to basically copy paste what I did on the last one. So James joins, I'll join. Okay. Both of you have to join right now. It will be the first time that we're three at the same time on the call. And colon looks received. Okay, here, copy and paste. Might have to buy a pair of headphones. I am not joining. XD, blame games. Hey, bro. Like, from what you said, you clearly can join. So then I blame you, not Ken. Because you could join, but you're deciding not to. Okay, cooldowns to remove. I created that and now I just go down here and copy paste this code because it's the same. And here, key value pair in semicolon, and then sentence in lowercase with an exclamation mark looks so weird to me. What do you mean, bro? No, no, no. It's the same one join for some reason. He's doing a basic but bro. You're the same. You don't want to join either. But anyways, at least you're in the chat. Like, if you at least send messages here, it feels like I'm talking to someone. Because generally, when the chat is dead, like, it feels like I'm crazy talking alone on my room, you know? So at least you're here. So I thank you for that. Mm, okay, now, bro, what? Why didn't it get copied? Copy, paste. Please so check Discord DM. What? What are you DMing, bro? Okay, I think that's it. Close to remove count. Enemy, close to remove I. Showing him the ones you did with ChatGPT, or did you actually buy Pixel Lab and you're showing him before me? Bro, those sprites suck. You have to use a proper AI tool if you want to actually do AI sprites. Why can't you understand, bro? Like, who wants to remove? I'm pretty sure that's it. But I still have to remove this line too. And bro, they literally suck. You have to do so much fixing that I would rather do them from scratch. Also, do you know how annoying it is to get them into a sprite? Like you haven't even tried that. They look like pixel art, but they are not actually pixel art because ChatGPT does not make pixel art. Okay, let's see if anything has broke. It took you 5 minutes. Yeah, but it's imperfect. Like it's not actual, not actual pixel art, bro. Even if it took me 5 minutes, like the conversion to a sprite was not perfect. Like the proportions are not consistent to the original design. And bro, like Pixel Lab literally uses a sprite, so when you generate, it already generates inside of a sprite. Like, bro, using ChatGPT is so dumb. It, let's shoot out of blasts and check it. Well, actually, this is like the Burbox receiver from the blasts. So how could I test this? Mm, maybe I need to try getting to Beam Struggles or something. Mm, feel like struggles seem to work fine. I don't see any bugs, so yeah, I guess it's working properly. Yeah, okay. So, okay, well, the game progress channel ain't too bad. The 5% you see on on the optimization part is actually from what I did yesterday. Today is going to go even further beyond. Okay, so technically, I have completed this first thing, which, like the AI says, it will have a very high impact on performance. I don't really know if that's going to be true. Like, I kind of doubt it. It's a bit weird. It was just calling this line queue function every frame, and now I'm not. Okay. Like, if the line queue function is actually that expensive, then I guess it will impact the frame rate because, like, actually every single like blast and every single character was calling it on every single frame. So I guess if the function is like very consuming, then it will eventually affect performance. So I'm going to hope that what I just did actually matters and it wasn't just like filler. And now there's the stop repeated get component calls. I don't even know how do you want me to do that, bro. I'm going to ask for how does the AI expect me to not do that? We forgot there's a game progress channel. Yeah, the progress on the DBZ Left 2 channel. Let me look at it. Uh, I don't see it, bro. Where is it? I literally can't find it. Like I know it exists, bro. It's nowhere. It doesn't exist, bro. Under announcements. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, like can stay the same for so much time. Like that message is from 4 months ago, bro. Even more, actually, even more. Like 4 months and a half ago. Okay, so let's see. How do I even remove these get component calls? Like I don't really see a way I can do that. You're not joking when I say I ain't playing the hotfix when it comes out. I'm just waiting for Epic DBC update. I mean, the hotfix technically will have the balanced and realistic versions. I think that's the reason everyone wanted it. Let's see what the idea of the AI is. Perfect question. Perfect question. You're right. Yeah, of course I'm right. You're an AI. You can only tell me I'm right. No, bro, they wanted because of Broly. Broly is not part of the hotfix. Broly is not part of the hotfix. What are you talking about? Bro, do you think Broly is going to get added to DBC LF2 at any point? That's basically impossible. We want Broly. We want Broly. You're right. You see, no, Mr. Approach for your case, use a cat or looks data component on its provider. With fields directly in on trigger and create one shard for looks that says script or base class. Bro, what? I mean, I guess that's like the idea I have, but bro, I'm so lazy to implement that. With our 077 and the hotfix separate stuff, bro, of course. Like, didn't you know 069 has like 3 hotfix already? We're waiting for the 4th hotfix. Broly either ain't coming or is coming to the in 9 more months. Which AI is that? I don't know, bro. It's just automatic. It just automatically chooses the model depending on the question. Mhm. I mean, like this, the thing that it's telling me makes sense. Like it definitely will improve the performance, but like, is that improvement actually worth it, or all of the work that this can? Well, it's not even that hard to add, but like, bro, I really don't want to, default Unity AI. Bro, this is not Unity, this is the cursor IDE. This has nothing to do with Unity. So, like, okay, I'm going to try explain the problem. So here on trigger enter is a function that gets called every time a hitbox does a hit. Okay. So every time a hit happens, all of these get component calls get called. And technically this get component stuff it's performance heavy. So the idea is to, instead of call this get component every single time, have like a separate object which always holds the component references and just using that object instead. Okay, I at least need one. I need to use one get component. Like right now I have one, two, this one doesn't count, or does it? Yeah, it doesn't. Like these two are like the same. So there's two, three, mm, this is this and these are the same. So four, then five, six. There's some, and this one is the same as this, I think. Or is it? Mm, yeah, it's the same. So I currently have six get component calls every time a hit happens. So the idea is to decrease those six calls to just one call. That's the idea, which sucks a lot. Mm, because I need to code. Like I'm very lazy right now. Uh, like, do I create a new class which holds these references, or do I just add them to like the player controller? LDF, bro. You literally use AI for everything, so you can't really call me an LDF, you know? Like after trying to use that ChatGPT for creating sprites, you have proved that you don't care about the quality, you just care about having it done quickly, you know? Bro, I ran out of cloud credits. Okay, so right now you're not even developing anything because you're waiting for your credits to come back. I don't there's any developer who doesn't use AI nowadays. Yeah, of course, like I use it, but like I try understanding what's happening. I don't just do what my coders do, where they just write a prompt and then they don't even read the code. Haven't made any changes in my project. Br- LF2 Naruto is, what does OTW mean? Mm, soon TM. Oh, on the way. Okay. Uh, Yeah, bro, like I told you, just get Pixel Lab and try creating sprites with that. That's the only current AI tool that can kind of create sprite animations. Like there's not a single other one which works. It's like TM. Okay. Okay, so let's see what thing. So I'm getting the team reference. I'm getting the other, the horde box. The horde box B. The great. It just depends. But you probably try the free version. Like the free version, they have sucks. You have to pay to get like the good features and like good. Like they are not even that good. Like when I tried it out, like it made me lose more time that I gained. But like they have a new tool, text to animation tool, which technically works good. I ain't paying for that, bro. Same. I'm not. I already paid once, and I'm not going to pay again unless I get like results. Unless I see results from games, but he doesn't want to. Even though he's extremely pro AI, he doesn't want to try. How much is it? Like $14 for 1 month. But like you just have to try it out. You don't need to pay it forever, you know. Let me check. Maybe they changed the pricing or something. Mm, pricing. Oh, it's $12, not 14. But like the problem with this is that it's hard to for me to change this get component for something else, because like what component they get depends on like the type of thing you're interacting with. Like Hurtbox B is for blasts, while regular Hurtbox is for like characters. Keep accidentally deleting messages. You have to change get component for everything up. Like I don't have to. It's just that technically it will improve the performance. So yeah, I'm going to do it. Like I just have to do it once and then it's done. You know, like so. The thing is, I need to think where am I going to store the references? Like, do I store them on an already existing script? No, like I need one script which is used for every type of object, like for both characters and blasts. Think of the people with J5s, bro. Like, bro, the thing is that I'm going to change it, and then I'll try it on the phone, and I won't notice the difference. Like maybe there's a very small difference, but I don't think I'll actually notice anything at all. But maybe I will. I don't know. Bro, like imagine this: there are 20 blasts attacking you at the same time, and each one of those 20 blasts calls like all of these get components. But the problem is that it's only on trigger enter. Like this doesn't happen on every frame. Since it's only on trigger enter, it won't really affect that much. I don't know, bro. Yeah, I'm going to test something. I'm going to spam the attack, but I'm going to hit no one. Like I'm just going to shoot at the ground. And if I shoot at the ground, then no one trigger enter will happen. No, bro. It does not mean that. Like not at all. This is just a tiny bit of all of the logic that goes into that mode. It will be maybe like I don't know, this much less demanding, maybe. Okay, first of all, I need to shoot at the ground and see how the performance is for that, and then I'll shoot to an enemy to compare. I mean, it already gets kind of laggy when I shoot at no one, but that might be because of the decals. Let me try now shooting at someone. I'm not showing you because like it's so annoying to show. Maybe where's the enemy here? So I need to. Bro, he started transforming, so I couldn't hit him. You know, I know, bro. It's kind of like it. I don't notice the difference between shooting at the ground and shooting at someone. So that means that this doesn't really make such a big difference, you know? Like the thing I changed before is surely way worse. Like the one I changed before about the link crew function is probably worse. Well, then who cares about it load? You're like, I don't know. Like maybe I'm underestimating how much this affects the performance. Mm, let me see what other suggestions did the AI tell me. Avoid resources load. Okay, this makes way more sense. I well, actually, I don't know. Like doing a pool spawning. This is very hard. Like this will definitely make the performance better, but like I don't really feel like do it like 3 years later. Yeah, like I can always leave some optimization for later on. That's true. Because like these scripts are not going to change anymore. Like these very basic scripts about hitboxes, port boxes, cutscene system, all of that is going to stay the same. So I can just do it later on. That's it, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, like it makes sense. I'm reading all the suggestions the AI gave me, and I'm going to make like, yeah, I'm going to try order it in terms of return on investment. So like the one I already did is probably the worst, like the highest impact. Then this one about get component, I don't really know if it affects that much because it only gets called on a on trigger enter, which only happens when a collision starts. So it's like on very specific frames. Mm, then you have but like maybe if you okay, maybe the problem is if you hit a lot of enemies with with a single hit, that could cause some spikes. Maybe like maybe it's important. I don't know. I'm going to like make a list. Like definitely it's pretty important to get rid of the get components, but I think there should be more important stuff. You have resources that load in your point, blast controller and hit controller. Yeah, so like I'm using the resource load. So let's go to point class. Or maybe it's on player controller open function. Bro, where's the function? Mm, okay, here resources.load reference to the prefab that will be appointed. So it says that this resources load thing is not very good to use. So this is not very hard to fix. What we're talking about right now reminds me of mobile games. What? What do you mean? There's the prefab manager where I have all of this crap. The problem is that this is a list. So I turn it into dictionaries instead, especially gacha games to make super useful updates like 8 years down the line instead of including them right away. Oh, you mean like instead of releasing all of the content at once, releasing it in batches or something? Mm, so like I could use this script to just get the references, but then like I need to use dictionaries instead of lists because like I need to be able to access these references. So without dictionary, oh, it's already a dictionary. What? Oh, no, okay. So yeah, like the problem is this. I think yeah, this is the problem. I need the dictionary to have another dictionary inside instead of having a list. So I need to do like dictionary. First of all, I need to change it and make sure I don't mess up the pre-warm of the prefabs. So the dictionary needs to have a string as key. Okay, now here instead of just writing this, okay, what was the syntax for defining manually a dictionary? You start with let me look at some images of dictionaries. Okay, I have to write dic no like dictionary new dictionary mm, string object right now. I found it. I think it's like this or something. I'll just add like the path as the key. Okay, and they have to do the same for every character here. It's pretty annoying. I should just tell the AI to do this for me. But first of all, I need to be sure that this is even written properly. Mm, cool. So it changed it for me, and now I just have to fix what happens inside of the start game. Just here, there's a pre-warm of the prefabs, and how did this work? Okay, so get the list of prefabs that must be pre-warm. Well, so you iterate over the characters and we retrieve a list of the prefabs. We get value. So here it goes through the prefabs. And you're not going to add the prefab, but you're going to add the prefab dot value, I think. Well, because now it's actually a dictionary. So it has key and value, and I just want the value. Yo, welcome back again. Mm, then here also dot value. And technically, right now it should all work fine. Well, there's this bug. With a matter line 82, if I equals no, what? For each bar prefab dictionary key. What? What is this? What's the need of this loop here? This goes through the keys and then it goes through the prefab lists. Okay. Value, maybe. Okay, yeah. Now it's working. Now I'm just going to load a fight, and if everything is working correctly on the log, there should appear every prefab that's getting pre-warned, like a debug message. So let's go back to the main menu. Let's add some characters. And yeah, everything is loading properly. So I didn't mess up anything by changing it to a dictionary. And now that it's a dictionary, I can like this first of all, is this part of Is this part of the what's it called? Singleton? Yeah, it is prefab manager. So that means that I can access it from anywhere. So let's go to the player controller all point function. And now instead of using resources.load, we're going to just get that prefab from the prefab manager. That's it. So that way we don't have to call resources load every time we open something. So let's just do this thing where, well, but the problem is that I actually have like dictionaries inside of other dictionaries. Mm, and that's a pretty big problem. You, this sucks, bro. Okay, maybe I can add a third, like another. No, bro. Okay, maybe there's a way to like find a specific entry. Mm, let me ask the AI. The problem is that originally I didn't need to specify the category. I just wrote the direction of the path of the file. But now I do need to specify the character. But like all of the characters that I have created don't use this. So I will need to go through every single character and change that. And I'm not going to do that. So now I need to create some system which looks up where the things are. This sucks. Like there are even some duplicated elements. It's not that long, whatever the AI did. Let's read it. So, build prefab lookup, pressure clear it, then for it, outer dictionary in. Okay, first you go through the dictionary, like the outer one, and then in prefab dictionary, the bounds. The first, mm, you should say, wait, I get prefab. Well, you have there to get prefab functions. I get value. Trying to use this one. So now here, instead of this thing, we comment this, we allow for monitor. I need to access the singleton like this. Now get prefab and here we'll just write prefab root, and technically right now it should be done. Like no errors when compiling. That's good. And let's see if I can still shoot blasts, or if I broke the game, or what happened. Okay, let me turn this thing on. Now, can I shoot things? Yeah, I can. So yeah, I basically removed something which was not very good for performance, and I replaced it by something which is not bad. So technically now spawning new blasts will not be as bad. Wait, what? I'm getting a new reference from graphic settings. Line 195. That's so weird. Instance graphics. VFX emission multiplier last point ago. Uh, well, I guess I only got the error once, but it's a bit weird. I don't know. Well, the combat is so good on this game. I got another. This is the AI band thing that I know that happens, but this weird, like these weird graphic settings from the VFX from this line, that's so weird, actually. Mm, oh, graphic settings. Mm, the reference not set instance of an object because the root is the problem. Mm, wow, was epic, bro. Then you have used the bug or you can what? That was a bug, bro. Why didn't he spawn the thing? Anything again the same error. So did I actually break something or maybe yeah there are like some there are probably some effects which are not part of the prefab man. They're just I'm just trying to spawn things that are not listed in here, and that's the problem. But like that's my bad for doing it. Anyways, I will discover over time which ones are the effects which are not stored here, and I'll just add them every time we found them. So the first one is like the transformation aura from Gogeta. So I need some base Gogeta, or well, actually, this is probably in sake of resources. Gogeta, last aura. Okay, so it's probably this one. So let me copy the name. I'm going to add it here. Gogeta slash Super Gogeta aura. Because now that aura should be fixed, probably. So I need to load basic Gogeta character, and now I need to transform. Bro, how do I even transform? Ah, okay, there. And yeah, now the aura is working. So that error was just because like I was trying to spawn things that were not listed here. So I just have to find out which ones are the effects which are not listed and just add them. And that's it. So now there are other two instances of like the resource load. Resource load, which are here. Now this is commented. Mm, okay, but this is like when you transform. I don't really care about that. Like that's okay. That's something that happens like once every like a lot of time. And rebound. Okay, here on the rebound, well, it's not like balls rebound very often, so I don't really care actually. And mm, what is this blast controller? Mm, favorite refers to the prefab that will be spawned. I don't know what this is, bro. Spawn vehicle. Is this for spawning a vehicle? Oh, okay. I think I'm going to use it here. So let me copy from the other script. Just going to copy this line here. And now we just have to add prefab root. It's already added, so yeah. And then there's the feed controller, which like spawns this part and the defend effects, and it also uses resources load, which is not good. So I'm going to switch it for the new system. So here you have where the resources. Resources not load. Here it is. Like this is so stupid. Why am I even loading it on every frame? I could just load it here at the beginning. But anyways, I already have it loaded on my monitor, so I can do this. So we really just block hit, and then for the other one is just cable destroy. So let's check if decal spawn and the spark and the block hit effect spawn too. And it's super good data, and any enemy, I don't care which one. Now let's see if decals work. Bro, yeah, decals work. And now do, wait, we need to turn on the VFX. Yeah, sparks do appear. And now what about block? Right, I can see there's a tree in between. This can you like grow? Why can't he just hit me normally, bro? Just need to block the hit. Yeah, okay, so the effect appears. So that's it. I've completed this thing. Let's see what the next suggestion was. Oh, yeah, the pool spawning. Like this is actually very important, and I have seen it in a lot of times. Like pooling is instead of every time you spawn a blast, instead of instantiating a new blast and then destroying the instance, you just activate an already existing blast and then you disable it instead of destroying it. But the problem with this is that, like, how do I even decide how many blasts do I want to have spawned? How do I decide when to destroy them? Like, I don't know. I have this added on my on the list of things I want to do in the future, but I don't want to do it right now because it's going to be pretty complex to. So I'm going to ignore it. Then reduce physics cast. Don't ever fix it update. Right, I need fixed cast. Like I need physics casts in player controller, like detecting the ground and all that. Well, the sweep test, I can actually remove the sweep test maybe, but like not right now. Maybe in the future. Your task is for his ground. And sweep test is for when you're walking to detect if there's a wall. I'm just going to ignore that for now. Avoid creating new physics material for player instance. I don't think I can do that. If it was material, mm, like bro, their physics material change changes during gameplay, so I can just share the same one. That's why I have to create a new one. So yeah, I'm not going to do that. Minimize cruising turn in repeated hit scenarios. The fuck routine do? Exactly. But this literally just waits for this amount of seconds. That's all. And when does it get cold? Mm, yo, what's up? And this gets cold when there's no more intersection, I think, or something. Yeah, so like this curating doesn't really matter. Optimize trio logic structure for early exits. If it works on trio enter, you already do some text early. You can push zip text even earlier. Layer team value governor before it spins the component. But like triggers on the hitbox only happen when a hitbox interacts with a hardbox. Like there's no way that's a problem. Replace string parsing on animation events and actions. Yeah, I need to use parsing because like the animator can only take string inputs, so I can say that turtle update starts only when inputs change. Computes and runs every fixed tick, even if key or unchanged, or compute only when relevant values change. Like, I guess I can do that, but like I don't think that's really that impactful. No, actually, like literally the key of the character changes every single frame. So, like, because there's automatic key recovery. So, yeah, I'm not going to change that. Reduce transform heritage at runtime. Many transform fine and game are in awake, but any remaining lookup in gameplay methods should be catched once and reused. Well, I usually use it on the awake, so no growth transform that fine. Like, I don't really use that within script. Oh, yeah. Have active command objects natively on multiple devices. Have quality tiers that reduce simultaneous defaults. Yeah, I know them. What I yeah, like the only thing left is like the stopping repeated git component calls. That's it. There's nothing more I can do. Mm, Gitbox, get component. So yeah, I do need a new script for like storing these references. But if I add that new script, then I need to go through every single blast and character and add that component to them. And that's so annoying. I prefer not doing it, to be honest. I don't know. Like, could just instantiate, like, add the component through the code for both characters and blasts, I guess. Mm, I still don't like the idea. I think I'm going to leave this for maybe the future. Like, I already applied to two of the ideas, and this one is not even that bad, I think. I don't know, bro. Like, adding this will be pretty hard, I think. Let me try at least start doing it. Maybe it's not as bad as I think. Scripts. So I'm going to create. How do you call it? Word box data, maybe. So let's see what are all of the things that need to be started here. We have the theme. That's the first thing. Mhm. So I guess this is going to be part of the main object, and the theme is directly part of the main object. So first of all, our new name, yo, come look. But is this the numeric theme or is it the reference to the theme object? Like what? I guess it's like the numeric thing, but anyways, I'm going to give a reference to the theme object instead. Then you have um, right, I can't even do this. Like, this is not even possible. Like if if the enemy has like multiple horde boxes, then I can't know which one to look at. Mm, so yeah, I don't think this is really a good idea, bro. What other get components do I have? There's a box collider. This also depends on the hard box. And then you have the player controller and hardbox receiver, which do not depend on a specific hardbox, I guess. Mm, I mean, I could just add the hardbox data to every single hardbox, you know, like here, for example, in this Go data, I could add it to every single one of these, maybe. That's like so annoying. Like, I don't think that's actually good for performance. Adding the same thing to every single bird box in existence. Okay, I think I have a good idea actually. Like, mm, bird box. Do you take something? Okay, yeah, I can just do this. So what I can do is just I can modify the Hardbox script and the Hardbox B script. So that way I will only need, let me see, I will only need to get components, but I still need two. I can't make it only one. But well, I guess two is better than six. So I need to delete this script. Goodbye, Hardbox data. And then here I can add stuff. I'll in only liquid collider, blocks, collider, mm, and the player controller, the player controller, and hardbox receiver. Probably hardbox receiver and probably hard blast hardbox receiver. DHP receiver. Bro, like, I don't know if this is better or if it is worse. I guess it's better. Then you get the team. So the owner is this, and you get the team from team is owner.get component team. Then Collider is the escape component. Yes. Collider. Mm, controller is just the component. Wait. Oh, that get component box collider. No, sorry. Layer controller. Its B receiver is. Where is the hardbox receiver at? Is it part of the main object? Yeah, it is. The owner, not the component, hardbox receiver. Then the last one, is it part of like the main object too? I guess it is, but let's check it. Go to resources prefab and then pick any key blast. I don't care which one. And is there a hardbox receiver here? Yeah, it is. So I just do this thing. Yes, receiver. Okay, and now I need to do the same for hardbox B. Okay, hardbox B already has some references. That's the controller, and yeah, that's it. I think my hitbox. It just has the reference to no, but actually, like I don't need the reference to the glass controller. So yeah, I don't actually have any of the needed references. Or am I right? Am I missing one of those brackets? Okay, so I need to copy all of those to here. For instance, for avoiding having to use words, get component going with keywords on figure input. You need to write the same command here and then just copy all of these lines here. And I also want to hide unexpected. Okay, I hope everything is alright. Nope, the Herbos Big already contains the definition for control. Mm, okay, I actually don't need the player controllers here because well, I'm going to get it anyways, just in case for any reason I use a no, like it doesn't make sense. I'll just I'm just going to not add it. Like a blast cannot like a player no a blast cannot oh wait. Like a blast card box cannot be part of a player. It's nonsense, bro. That will mean that a player can go inside a beam struggle. Like the player can be part of a beam struggle. That doesn't make any sense, bro. And hardbox receiver and this blast struggle. No, then the regular hardbox receiver doesn't make sense either. You need to also delete it. And that's it. So now, am I error free? No. Link controller does not exist. Where is that? Line 19. Mm, Okay, now. So now that I have this, I can just inside of the hitbox script, I can change the order of the things. But mm, then I can't just do the team check right away. Because first I have to get like the Hurtbox reference. And that sucks a lot. Mm. Like, bro, this might actually be bad for the game because like there are so many interactions that get ignored on this first line after just doing one get component, and all of those interactions that get ignored are going to need two get components instead of just one, and that's not very good. Well, I can just leave this one, but then I'll have three get components instead of two, which is even worse than what he was going to do. It's getting worse and worse the more I try to fix it. Like maybe it's worth it just because of this last part where you have these two, and also for the box collider part. Maybe it makes it worth it. Oh, I guess I'll just leave this as it is, which means that I can remove the pin here and also here. And now I can here instead of target player controller. Bro, why am I using the same one two times? Okay, so I'm going to do this thing. If artworks is not null, then this is going to be equal to artworks dot controller. Actually, let me just comment this just in case. Then artworks dot controller. Then you have this thing. So here, instead of doing like a get component, I'll just do collider, and here collider again. Collider. Then we have enemy blinking test. Target controller. Bro, but I literally already got that reference before. For some reason, I'm getting the same reference two times. Like, I'm kinda stupid, bro. Target player controller. Target controller. What? What's this crap, bro? Also, why am I checking for the blinking so like late? Oh, it's probably because I want to still add it to the addiction. But anyways, I can just like remove this and just use the one that I got before. And then here, if is character no evidence enter to, and then here you get the Herbox receiver, so you can just write HP receiver because on both of them, no wait, target, wait, not target, but um, wait, is target like what is target owner? Oh, okay. Mm, so this part is tricky. Okay, I need to do one of these things. So if Herbox is null, if it is not null, then you get it from Herbox. But if it is null, then you get it from Herbox B. No, wait. No, actually, Herbox B cannot have this one. So I'm just going to write here null. And then here, where, yeah, this is the last one. So now I actually have to do this because both hard boxes can have the same type of blast hardbox receiver. So now it's BHB receiver or BHB receiver with semicolon, and that's it. Okay, I think it is ready now. Okay, that's what I like to see. 100 errors. Line 142. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's my bad. I make it null by default. Now, now it's done. So, what could break if I did something wrong here? So basically, everything related to hits could break if I messed up somewhere. Like, I don't know, bro. Like the Harbox receiver reference. If this is wrongly set up, then everything will suck. Let's just try it real. And if I mess up something, I always have like the code of the 1.0 version on GitHub, so can always go back if I destroy the game accidentally. I hope that like technically everything should be alright. Okay, the heating seems well this fine. Let me turn on the VFX. Yeah, I can combo the data pretty easily. No bugs you see. Oh, can I blast him? I can blast him, indeed. And he attack, he can attack, everything works fine. So this means that the references are properly set, and now I'm avoiding more get component calls than before. Like before this I have six, now I have two, let's say. I went from six get component calls to just two, which is pretty cool. What? We got a cutting handler error. What? I don't want cutting handler errors, you know. So yeah, everything's working fine. And technically the performance should be better than before. Mm, it looks so yeah, like first we get the team. Like this is necessary because like that way I can do the team tech instantly. Because like most of the hits do not connect because you are hitting like an ally. So those can be ignored fast. And then after that you actually get the hard books, which can take either one or two get component calls depending on the type of hard books. So in the worst case scenario, we're getting three get component calls. But you like it's not always three. After that I have changed four or even five uh, get component calls. So yeah, that's an improvement. So I don't think I can optimize anything else regarding the scripts. So the next optimization work will be about like downgrading the graphics, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm going to be ending the stream now, and I'll build the game again on my old phone to see if the performance is better now or if it's the same. I don't think I'll notice that much difference, to be honest, but I don't know, maybe it's better. We will see. I don't think if I wanted to do anything else, I don't think so. There's like this weird bug about cutting, which sucks because like counterattack never stuns. How does this even work? I don't remember how does the counter stance work. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, it's part of the script. Mm, stance from go data. So if you are on counter stance, so you play this animation, and if you got attacked, okay, ignore front attacks. Yeah, that makes sense. And if you get hit from the front, then counter stance capture. You play that animation. Yeah, so I see the problem. Like, there was a problem with this attack where you could just keep going with the counters. So the problem is that this doesn't take your current state. So this should only work if you're currently on the counter stance. Okay, that fixes that issue. There's still that null reference thing I got. Like, it wasn't even game breaking. Maybe it's because like the enemy which I was capturing got killed or something. I don't know. But since it wasn't game breaking, I don't really care that much. Mm, let me just test. Your stream is still going. Yeah, but I'm going to end soon. By the way, I did the thing out the. I removed most of the get components. Like before, there were like 8 get components, and now there are either 2 or 3, depending on the situation. So yeah, I'm just going to test if I fixed that. Well, I actually can't test it because I will need like a second player. So I'm just going to test if it still works against one enemy. Let me pick super good data. Bro, you troll me, bro. If he has to do the full combo, of course. Please, can you just. Yeah, okay, it works. Okay, I'm ending the stream now. Thanks everyone for watching. This was a pretty active stream, way more than usual. I hope the next streams are similar to this one. So yes, see you probably tomorrow, or I will be doing even more optimization. So yes, see ya guys.